the amount of money that's going to people to do drugs on the sidewalk, destroying our cities, which they didn't build and they don't own, you really realize this is a manufactured crisis.
Gosh, Tucker, there is so much that I want to say here. I know that I'm not going to have enough time. You're talking about NGOs, and I can't say to the American people enough. If you really want to look into what's going on, please understand, yes, it was manufactured. Yes, this was a plot. It does not allow people to look at you and issue pejoratives like you're a conspiracy theory. You can look this up yourself. A conspiracy theorist, you can look this up yourself. Take a look at the World Economic Forum. You know, the person that heads that up is a man named Klaus Schwab. He released a book in 2020 talking about how the COVID pandemic represented an opportunity for them to transform the world, for them to abolish private property. Look at everything they're doing, and you understand this is exactly what they're after, right? Eviction moratoriums, basically saying you have to allow people that are effectively homeless to live in your home. You're making entirely no money. How are these people going to be able to pay back their mortgages? They're not going to be able to. They're going to default. People are going to be scooping up their properties that were once owned by people, hardworking American middle-class citizens, that were maintaining their lifestyles before the government shut this down. We look at these inner cities and you go, why do they want these problems? Why are they funding these problems? Why do they want drug addicts? Who on earth would ever fund a center to allow people to do drugs? Well, you're looking at a government that wants a system of dependence. To me, I look at the situation and I say, what we're seeing is a modernized system of slavery. This is slavery in 2022, and they are proliferating this under the guise of COVID-19.
I agree with you. I agree with every word of that. I wish I didn't, but I sincerely do. I wonder why there isn't at least one city in America. It says, I don't care what I don't care what anybody says. You can't crap on my sidewalk. Get the hell out of here, buddy. Move on. Like, that is, I think, the way that all civilizations have always reacted to threats like this, like drug addiction and vagrancy. Why does nobody do that now?
Nobody does that now because there's been such a federal overreach. And I will say in America, the one guard that we have against this is state rights. Thank God for governors that are standing up and saying absolutely not, no matter how hard the Biden administration tries to overreach and say, we are absolutely going to have this. We need to fund more money, more money. The government is creating problems because they want you to turn to the government for answers. And I always say Black America was the experiment with this. They issued trillions of dollars in welfare, and Black Americans are factually speaking poorer today than they were before the welfare system began coming after them and tearing apart their families. They are now making that system for everybody. They want every single American dependent on the government for food, for family, for drugs, whatever it is. They want a system of slavery, and I cannot say this enough. People, look it up. You have to look up. They want a global technocracy. You are not a conspiracy theorist. Do not allow them to gaslight you. Something very sinister is going on, not just in America, Tucker, all across the world.
That is totally true. Candace Owens, always great to see you. Thank you.